The Oreo cookie, that delicious chocolatey tasting cookie that once you eat one, you gotta eat the rest of the box. But one thing we noticed when we moved to Canada is that the Oreo cookies don't taste quite the same as they do in the US. They're a little bit different. So I decided to put them all to a test and to find out exactly why are they different and what is it that makes them taste different. Here are various Oreo cookies we have laid out. Over here on the right are some of the Oreo cookies from Canada. And then over here are various different Oreo cookies that are purchased in the US. We're going to look at each package, each cookie, and tell you exactly what it is that is different from the Oreo cookies in the States to the Oreo cookies in Canada. Now in 1912, Nabisco, they had a new idea for a cookie, and they took two chocolate discs with a cream filling in the middle. First, the Oreo cookie looked very similar to the Oreo cookies of today, with only a slight difference, which was the design of the chocolate discs. There have been various types of Oreo cookies since then: double stuffed, fudge stuffed, Christmas, Halloween, mint. As you can see here, here's the mint cookie. Here's a peanut butter cookie. Here's a spring Oreo cookie. And then over here, Canadian ones. This one actually just came out for the Olympics over in Sochi. The Canadian maple leaf on the center of the cookie. Now, where did this name come from? How did they come up with the name Oreo? Well, the people in Nabisco, they're not quite sure where it came from. Some believe that the cookie's name was taken from the French word for gold, which is or. I probably didn't pronounce it right. Others claim that the name stemmed from the version of one cookie that had a mountain shape on it. The Greek word for mountain is similar to Oreo. But still, some believe that the way they developed the word Oreo was taking the RE from the word cream and the two O's in the word chocolate, putting the cream in the middle of the two O's, and there you have is Oreo. Now let's begin to check out the difference between the two cookies from Canada versus the cookie in the US. On my right here, this is a package of Oreo cookies from the US. On my left is a package from Canada. The first thing we notice is the Nabisco trademark, clearly labeled on the one from the US. Look over on the right is the company Christie. Christie is a cookie company that has been purchased by Nabisco, but the Oreo cookies, it's owned by Nabisco, but they put the label on all Nabisco products in Canada as Christie. You'll see the similar on like Ritz crackers will say Christie as well. So there's the difference. Christie on the Canadian one, Nabisco on the US one. What else do we see different? Okay, Oreo, Milk's favorite cookie. There you go. Oreo original, Le Original. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. L'Original. I don't speak French, but everything is bilingual. You'll have French and English all on the cookie, so that's what's different. Now you can see the packages are quite different too. We'll open them in a second so you can see exactly what the center of the package looks like. Now let's take a look at the two ingredients. On my right is the American cookie, on my left is the Canadian one. The big thing that jumps out to me that I see the different, there's a bunch of, weird names and I'm not going to try and pronounce, but the biggest thing I see is the American version right here uses canola oil. The Canadian version uses coconut oil. The American version has the high fructose corn syrup, while the Canadian version only has the glucose syrup. Now they both have this simple tab to pull to open the cookie, which that is similar, so we'll go ahead and open it. Okay, it's looking pretty similar. Here's your Canadian one, here's your American one. We'll now pull out the cookies to lay them side by side to see what it looks like. Canadian, American. Got the American cookie on the right, Canadian on the left. Let's take a look. Canadian on the left is darker Its size, it's a little bigger. The American one's a little bigger, but everything's bigger in America, right? The height, it looks like the one on the American one's a little taller. Let's check out the designs. The designs on the cookie are pretty similar too. That one looks the same as that one. I'm not sure if that's just a bad cookie, but it looks more detailed, the Canadian version. Either way, here's American, here's Canadian. Which one looks better? Now we're going to do a taste test. Right here, I have someone who's going to tell us which one is the Canadian one, which one is the American one. She can't tell which one I'm going to show her. This one is the Canadian. This one is the American. I'm going to hand her one, and she's going to taste it and tell us which one is better. Okay, first, remember guys, which one I said this one is and which one I said this one is. Okay, I'll do it again. Oh, you'll remember. I'll put some sub-captions to focus. So I'm going to hand her this one, and she will take a bite and taste it. Just take a bite, a little bite. You got hair in your way. No, get some of the cream too. Mmm. Is that good? Chew it all up and swallow it. La 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 la. Swallow it? You got it? Swallow it in your mouth. Okay, you tasted that one? Now, taste this one. Tell me. Eat that one. Set that one down. Can you tell the difference in the taste of the two? Mm-hmm. Okay. Which one tastes better, the first one or the second one?
The second.
The second one. Hey baby, be quiet. The second one you ate was the American one. So, independent taste test, she thinks the American one. There's no American bias here. She just happens to think the American one tastes better. So there you have it. The taste. So, there goes the American one. Here's the Canadian one. Nothing against Canada. Great country. Love the country. But the cookie, it's just not as sweet as the American one. I really never noticed that before until someone mentioned it. Now that I bought both kinds and tried them back to back. You're missing out, Canada, if you don't, every time you go to the States, don't smuggle across the border a bunch of American Oreo cookies, which Nabisco owns a company for owns Christie. Don't they share the recipe? Maybe there has to be something with the different health and drug food administrations. This cookie seems to be softer. I don't know if the canola oil versus coconut oil in the Canadian one makes a big difference, but there you have it. So next time you go down to the States, stock up on, not the Canadian one, the US Oreo cookie.